They're here with a big team, 7 men and 8 women.
The work rate is good. It's consistent, isn't it? It's constantly attack, attack, attack. If you're the opponent, it tends to be pretty frustrating because sooner get the judogi. Oh, lovely deep drop Cianagi there, but just lacked the finish. But she was in lovely there. It was a perfect entry, but just didn't have the energy to finish it off, which is surprising.
Meanwhile, on mat number 3, Nakamura Misato started her competition. The silver medalist from last year. There's a chance for her in Nevasa. Jana Sundberg, almost got her.
Now
that looked good.
And that's one thing with the Cubans, they're not so strong in the Nevasa.
No, they always
They don't like to get down, they avoid it,
yeah.
And they're so powerful that generally they can get out of most situations in Niwaza, but it's not on a par with their Tachiwaza, their Niwaza, definitely. And that's been the case for a long, long time. You would have thought that they would start introducing, because now with the refereeing opening up more to Niwaza,
that's it.
You would have thought they would start to concentrate on their weaker areas.
You have to go with the time.
But there we've got...
And develop it, But it's not a real attack.
No, it looks like an attempt there in Niwaza, but she doesn't look like she really knew what she was doing there.
And you have so many chances while you're coming from
Good morning and welcome back to Paris for the third day of competition at the World Championships 2011, and welcome again to Annette Worm.
Good morning, Sheldon. Hello to everybody.
We're looking forward to another great day of competition. We've had two fantastic days so far, and today we've got the men's under 81 kilo category and the women's under 63 kilo category. Just the two categories today?
Yes, two categories today, but a lot of fighters, and I think this day will be end also in the evening.
What kind of numbers have we got as far as the entries are concerned?
Well, let's have a look. At 63 kilos we got 60 judo players, and under 81 kilos we got 83, so almost 90 judo players we had yesterday in the category under 73 kilos. I've never seen that much competition.
No, never. Huge entries, and it really makes for almost two competitions. You've got these two sides going on, and then they're going to collide in the final block. And I'd like to just have a look back at a couple of the three categories that we saw yesterday. Under 52 and under 57, and then the under 73 kilo category for men. And up to this point, we've had 5 gold medals for Japan out of the 6 weight categories that we've had. I'm not surprised about the under 48 or the under 52.
Yeah.
And we pretty much thought under 57 would go that way too. It's not a surprise. The only thing was who was going to do it. Which one of the pair of the Japanese women they sent was going to do it, because they really are. I think Asami and Fukumi are streets ahead of the others. Streets ahead of them. I really don't see them being challenged. And then yesterday, Nakamura Misato, to me, looked absolutely untouchable. The only person I think that could have given her competition was Nishida, and that proved to be the case.
Yeah.
But only in the final. The seeding and the draw didn't work out for the Japanese in the under 57s, but I think it worked out for Sato. I think Sato wanted to fight Matsumoto before the final, because in the final I think the Japanese have the feeling, oh, it's one of us anyway, so it doesn't really matter, we're going to take gold. But there they were challenged in the final for the first time, and Sato had beaten Matsumoto in the semi-final and in the final, and came to beat silver. So she knocked out her main Japanese rival, and then she knocked out the rest of the fighters in the world group. So for me, she took the day for me yesterday, Sato Aiko, with so many questions being asked of her, and not being the favourite. She was not the favourite, but took the gold medal. So pleased for her, but she continues. She was the icing on the cake for that dominance by the Japanese women at lightweight. Today, well, let's have a look then, because it's the under 63 kilo category for women. Annette, do you see a challenge coming to Ueno Yoshia or Abe Kana?
So let's have a look. Of course, Ueno Yoshia, she's number 1 seed here, and of course she's the favorite. But you also spoke about Abe Kana, and I'm really interested about how she will manage this competition. She had a great performance when we saw her the last time. So that is also very interesting when you're looking to the two Japanese women.
And
that is right.
As far as we were talking about the seeding with Matsumoto and Sato, that they had ended up in the same half. This time, it's worked for the Japanese. I don't think it's worked for Abe, because I think she's in a similar position. She wants that spot to go to London, and the only way she's going to get it is if she, first of all, gets to the point where she can be seen as the number 1. And in Japan, the only way that you get to be seen as number 1 is that you've got to beat the other Japanese. So it could be that we'll be in for some more high-powered action.
Yeah.
But she's got to get past the past the rest of the competition down there. Who do you see being principal competition for Abe?
So let's have a look. Of course, there is in the same pool, we got Jeffrey Seman from France, and of course she's one of the favorites in this category.
So that could be a quarter-final matchup then. The
Yes.
potential quarter-final, if you want to put down a marker now, there is a potential for a quarter-final between Jeffrey's Eman and Kana Abe of Japan. Lurking around there is Kong Jia-young of Korea, and I think we cannot discount Xu Lili of China.
The Chinese.
And that they're both in the quarter or that part of the pool that Abe has to deal with. So no easy task there. No easy task. Eman, for her part, has got possibly... I think she's got the better part of the draw. I mean, there are no really big names in there apart from Sarah Clark.
Yeah.
That could be the only one to trouble her, and that will be a second-round contest if Clark can get past Say.
That's right.
Up in the top half, what about Ueno? Who's likely to be her principal challengers?
So let's see. Ueno Yoshia, and there's also Annika van Emden. Okay. Clarissa Ekbeknenu. She's still young, but could also be a surprise. And let's see how she will manage that. And they have also Urška Solnja, the Slovenian.
Zolja's in there. Claudia Malzahn.
Claudia Malzahn, exactly. And
the other Chinese, Xu Yuhua.
Yes.
Well, that's how the under 63 kilo category is shaping up. Under 81, that's what we're going to start with. And the Olympic champion from under 73 kilos is first up on the mat on number 1. We're going to get to see him. We'll talk a little bit about the under 81s because that's what we're going to be watching. Mat number 1, Elna Mamadli of Azerbaijan and Tomislav Marjanovic of Croatia. What a first round match. You didn't have to wait long.
Yes. So, competitors are coming to the mat.
There he is, the current Olympic champion at under 73 kilos. He's long past that now, as far as weight is concerned. He's completely settled in to the under 81s. And there's Tomislav Marjanovic. He'll be a bit upset, won't he, at having worked so hard to get his points up and his seeding. But if you're not in that top 8, the top 8 were seeded and the rest, it was a roll of the dice. First contest of the morning. Mamadli in the white judogi and Marjanovic in blue.
And it's interesting to see that with the first fight of the competition, we already got some big heroes. We also got Kim Chae-Bom mat number 2 fighting, and here we're going to see Elno Mamadli. Very often we got some fights before, and then the big heroes start into the competition.
Yeah, Kim is up against Otgan Bata of Mongolia. And the reason that we've gone to the Mamadli Marjanovic match is that I just felt that it'd be a little bit more competitive than the Otgan Bata contest. With all due respect to the Mongolian. We may end up giving him some trouble now that we've gone to mat 1, but you can click on whichever one of the mats that you want to watch. Mat number 1 is where we are. But there's Kim Jae-bum on mat number 2 and Dotgun Bata of Mongolia. Then on mat number 3, it's the other Mongolian in the under 81s, Gan Tushinjago, against Gazemi Nejadamir of Iran. And then down on mat number 4, Valeriu Dominica of Moldavia against Fetra Ratzimzava of Madagascar. Well, Marjanovic giving Madley a little bit to think about.
Yeah.
It would be an upset, though, if the Croatian put out Madley in the first round, wouldn't it?
Yes. And we just got the first ippon of the day from Dominica Valeriu of Moldavia, mat number 4.
Yeah, yesterday they banged them out in the first round, didn't they? Quite a few. That was a nice combination, wasn't it?
Yes.
Very, very lucky to avoid being scored on. A nice work from Madley. If I was a coach and my fighter was going to come up against Madley, I'd tell him, watch for that combination, because that was quite neat. I don't think he's worked it out completely yet. And that was pretty well done. Oh, deep in there. Oh, the combination.
Beautiful, yes.
Good. That was good from Madley.
Yeah.
And he had heard the mate. He was fully into that attack. Here he hears the mate. Oh.
Yes. Luckily for Marjanovic.
Yeah. Because he was going to be on the end of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marjanovic trying to come back with a little bit of shape. And another ippon down on... Oh no, they've given Wazari. I thought that was going to be over pretty quick.
Azerbaijan is here with 8 men and 2 women. Yesterday,
Gazimova,
woman,
yeah.
She did no medal. She had a good start. So the second chance will be today for the 63 kilo girl.
Yusubova.
Yes.
Marjanovic may be able to... I think if Madley tries that little drop,
yeah.
What I don't know. It's like he's got this sit-down, Yoko Otoshi almost type attempt, and I think that Madley might be able to counter that. It's the leg that he sits down where. He's outside again. Good. Well, he couldn't come with the third one, which would have been going in the other direction.
Yeah.
Only Mia Ragja can do that, I'm afraid. Madley's looking sharp, isn't he? Putting in some nice attacks. Marjanovic in danger of getting wound up for passivity if he doesn't step up the pace a bit. Yeah, he's going to get it now. Warning for Marjanovic. We saw that one coming, but Marjanovic was busy taking care of business and took his eye off the internal clock, if you like, in your head that says, I've got to go now. The other thing that makes it difficult is when you've got an opponent that has a rate of attacks that actually ends up making you look passive, because Marjanovic wants it. You can see that he's interested in fighting. He's not just sitting back. He just can't keep up with the rate of attacks. Look, Madley's still going. Into the last minute then. Madley still nice and upright, hasn't shown any signs of flagging, despite the fact that he's been attacking non-stop. No score on the board, 45 seconds to go now. Either Marjanovic is going to get wound up again, or we're going to go into golden score.
Oh, Chigari.
Left-sided on the OG. He's got a nice Uchimata, Marjanovic. I haven't seen it yet. And now Mamadli comes back. Everything that he's done has been in combinations. He hasn't just thrown one in and then come out. Each time that he's gone, he's put together a couple of things. And I think that that's why he's looking particularly, not just dangerous, but active. And the referees have, the referee and the corner judges have seen that. Marjanovic now with Mamadli head down, 18 seconds to go, still no score on the board, so it's not over and done with yet.
But these kind of combinations shows his high-class judo, because it's not really easy if you go into a big throw and then you combine it with another one. Whoa!
Well, I wonder what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
I would have been screaming for a score there.
Yeah, me too.
It's possible that what they saw was that Marjanovic had blocked the Serenagi. That wasn't working,
and then he went
and he rolled into the. So as he was rolling onto his back, that was the arm lock going on. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That was a good decision, because he blocked it, and when he went to the ground, the only reason he was going to the ground was he was pulling that arm lock on.
This rolling, this turning over belongs
to Marjanovic.
Yeah. To the part of the arm lock.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you can also see the.
Oh, he's got him this time, no doubt about it.
Just a small score.
The Koichi got him.
Yeah. Great fight.
That was good.
And you don't see this kind of combination very often. Really, I'm really impressed. To get the feeling what to do and to combine with more techniques. So
Mamadli's tactic there to attack, that was lovely, wasn't it? Really was just enough to catch him. Look at the coach in the background. He was so nonchalant about it. He went, that's a score. We're off. We're out of here. It's done now. But he really caught him well. Nice movement.
So.
Right. We going to have a quick look down the board, and we're going to stay where we are.
Yeah, the fight already began.
We've got the choice of Tonga and Panama on map 3, if you want to go over there. See Simmons, Pierre and Denia. We're going to stay with Alexis Nefedov of Serbia and Konstantin Ovchinnikovs of Latvia. I don't think we've seen any of the Latvians so far this week, have we?
Yes.
First time.
I saw the Latvian this morning, walking to the mat, relaxed already with the judo trousers on. like a normal competition, you know, the small bag over his shoulder, the training jacket. Oh, good reaction.
He's just fallen into that. Not tight enough. And as you said yesterday, if you get a chance like that in Osai Komi, you shouldn't, you know, allow your opponent out. So, Ovchinnikovs wasn't able to capitalize on that mistake there, and he'll be kicking himself in a way. He's got to start all over again, and Nefedov, well, he's a happy man. He's still in the World Championships. Not sure for how much longer though. Ovchinnikov's is quite a useful fighter. Missed there. He was thinking about going left-sided for Uchimata, but bailed out pretty quickly after the first movement. Looks a bit weak. Good right-sided attack from the Serbian.
And roll for passivity for the Latvian. Warning.
You see, he's gone from having had his opponent in Osai Komi to being a warning down. He's got a bit of pressure on him now. A little slip may cost him.
Yeah.
And if the Serbian puts in a few attacks or he knocks him down and gets a score, that was better.
Oh, yeah. A counter, and still while he was countering,
that's right.
He could turn himself a bit
if he
on his opponent. There again.
There's the actual big attack from Ovchinnikov. Then goes to the knee down Koso Dagari, and on his way down he's getting countered. And then manages to turn to avoid being scored on.
Yes.
There was no control by the time the pair of them hit the mat. That was the important thing. Yes, they collapsed to the mat.
Yeah.
But neither fighter had control, and as a result, no score.
Yes. They both are really tall fighters, huh?
He's got him this time.
Yeah. And there's the score.
And exactly what we were saying, and we've got a minute 44. He had him in that Osai Komi, and it was 3 or 4 seconds when it was on. He escaped, and now he's been going backwards ever since then. Nefedov was a little bit more aggressive. Ovchinnikov's ended up getting the passivity warning, and now he's gone down to a counter. He's a Wazari down with a minute and a half to go. Over the top from Ovchinnikov's, and then he goes back to a more orthodox grip, breathing heavily now. Sumigaeshi attempt misses, and now Nefedov will be delighted to have a chance to work in Nirvaza and just eat up some of the clock. And speaking of the clock, he has a quick look at it and decides, okay, I'm not going anywhere with this. I may as well get up. Minute and 5 seconds left to go. I'll spend less energy getting back to my start point with the mate. Maybe we'll have to do up our gis, and now they have to. So that was a clever move, because he'd have spent time working on the ground and burning up energy. Now he's got a chance to catch his breath. Unhappy Latvian coach at the moment. If you can lip read Latvian,
yes,
you'll know exactly what he was telling him. Whatever it is, it's all going to be based on the amount of time left on that clock. Minute and 5 seconds. That's not a lot when you've got Wazari staring you in the face.
Yeah.
Big attack from Ovchinnikov's again. It's the second time he's really thrown himself in there. He's not afraid to go when he does. He just hasn't been able to put a score on the board. Thought about the Oji, but he got his legs tied up. And then Yoko Sutemiwaza from Nefedov doesn't come off. Didn't look as though he had any strength in that leg to hold him up. As soon as he got the weight of Ovchinnikov's, the leg collapsed. 22 seconds away from a bit of a surprise win, because he was on his way out for a few seconds. When that clock started ticking in Osai Komi, you know you're in trouble. Where was that going to go? You had the arm on one side and tried to. We could never have done it. There was no way that was going to work in that direction.
When you fix this arm, I just thought about this.
He's
then
clueless.
you have to go for the Makikomi, just the other direction.
In the other direction. what was...
That was really desperate.
Yeah, and it absolutely shows that he'd lost it.
Yes.
He didn't know what to do because he was holding on one side, looking to throw in a direction where the arm could not go. It was impossible to throw there.
That's it.
He went from... It's funny, it meant nothing at the time, really. It was so early in the contest, and you thought, well, you know, you'll do him now. Really?
Mm.
Nefedov knocks out Ovchinnikov's, and I wouldn't have bet on that one. Well, we've got the first chance to see the first round of the under 63 kilo category for women. That's about to get underway on map 4. You can go down there yourself. We may join you. I'm not sure whether we're going to stay here and see Vasilenko or Unanason, Herman Unanason of Iceland. Just trying to weigh up. I'll ask my my colleague, Ushka Zolia or Bernadette Bashko. That's a really good match. Or Unason or Vasilenko of the Ukraine.
That's a good question. I think we could stay here.
Okay, we're going to stay here. Those of you that want to watch the under 63s, that's starting on map 4. Click on map 4 and you'll see the Zolnia Bashko match.
Yes.
That's Artem Vasilenko. And there is his opponent from Iceland, Unason, in the blue judo gi.
And I see that Ewan Burton is preparing himself, and also Ivan Nifontov.
Nifontov is going to be on map 2. That's a tough little first round match. Ahmet Sari of Turkey. Ahmet Sari is lucky to be in the competition. It's got nothing to do with injuries or anything, just a complete administrative mess up when they the person that came to do the accreditation ticked him off as being in the under 90 kilos. Luckily, Elisabetta Frattini, who does the accreditation, she spotted it and said to him 3 times, "Is this all okay? You agree with this?" And he said, "Yep." He said, and she said, "Check again."
Yes.
And then a second time, she said, "No, check again."
Yeah. After the 4th time,
yeah. I think there's a mistake.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing when you've got people around that know the fighters and know where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Alan Schmidt is coming on mat number 3.
Tough first round match. Francesco Brieri of Italy.
Yes.
Could be a stumbling block for the Frenchman. We might go down there and see that. If you want to continue watching Vasilenko and Unarsson, stay where you are, but we're off to mat number 3 to watch Francesco Brieri and Alan Schmidt. You join the contest with just 15 seconds gone, and it's Brieri of Italy in white and Schmidt of France in blue.
So the French won their first medal yesterday with Hugo Lecron with the bronze medal, and let's see what will happen today.
They'll be looking for more.
Medal, yeah, for sure. Yeah, some really big favorites went out yesterday. Morgan Ribou, the world champion of 2009, or
Autumn Pavia. That was in the under 57 kilo category, and then Penelope Bonner.
Yes.
Priscilla Neto came close.
Yeah,
she had a really good run, and she's staying in the same hotel, and we chatted to her last night. A little bit of disappointment, of course, because she wanted to take a medal, but she's so young, got so much time, and really beginning to show a lot of promise. So doesn't have to eat herself up about that. She's on her way.
Absolutely, yes.
And that was a good performance at the World Championships in front of a very demanding and pressurized crowd.
And for sure, Alan Schmidt could win a medal here, but he's in a tough pool, as usual, together with Leandro Guerreiro, the Brazilian. There are coming a few. And on the same pool is also Sirasuddin Magomedov waiting later. But there are all some surprises we saw yesterday and the day before, so it's really difficult to predict anything. Good Schwarzenegger attack from the French. Oh, again. Was much more closer to a score. Couldn't control him in the end. Luckily for the Italian.
Well, when we saw this contest on the draw sheet, we knew it was going to be trouble. Both fighters in really good condition and strong.
Referee just wanted to give him another Shido, but the corner referee said no, we don't agree with you. So it stays.
That was about the area. Schmidt was
leaving the area.
Yeah. Judged to have been a little bit too flexible with the area, and just the referee that thought that he was a bit stepping out a bit, and the corner judges waved it off.
So he goes into this Schwarzenegger with a kind of one-sided grip, you know, but for that he must be completely under his opponent. Otherwise you can't really control him while he's throwing him. That was better.
That was better.
That was better.
Lost the left hand,
yeah.
Good entry. Ruggieri has picked up a warning for passivity.
There again. One-sided grip. And again, but it's also interesting. Also one direction.
Yeah. But that could have been a forced attack, because he didn't have a hand on him, and as he was going down, he knew he had no chance of throwing him because he was already getting into a defensive position.
Yep.
All right, you knew it wasn't going to work, but at that point, then the rest of the attack becomes a forced attack.
That's right.
Would have been a bit harsh, but when he was on his way down, he knew he couldn't. He wasn't going to. That wasn't going to work, and ended up just going down and defending.
He just tried anything.
Yeah.
That's better than to go to the ground without an action.
Exactly.
That's dangerous for another Shido.
Yeah.
That is right. But I don't see that much combinations when you compare to Mamadli. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That he just throws himself there and relies on that one attack. Mamadli was always combining them and looking a lot better, even though
change direction.
Yeah, and he wasn't throwing, but he was just looking that much better.
Yes, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful fight.
Brieri missed there.
Golden score on mat number 4. Oh!
Harsh.
Yes, that's right. Oh.
And now a Yuko
Yes.
to Schmidt, coming immediately on the back of Brieri, having given up. You see, he hasn't got the right control, has he? The hands are all over the place.
Yeah. But I think you can't give a Shito to one, and the other one is going to the Chwapchenaga all the time.
Exactly.
And also with no success. And now it's getting better,
But now he does.
Maybe he gave himself up.
But the difference between, I think there was an element of, I finished here.
Yes.
But if we look at the difference between this Senagi and the previous ones where he failed, entry was the same, but he had control of the hands.
Yeah.
And that he was able to turn him then. Those are the bits that you need to be able to control to get your, to get the technique off correctly. And in the past, his opponent Brieri was having his hands everywhere. He didn't have control of them. This time, he wrapped him up nicely, and he brought off the technique as he should. Throws Brieri for Ippon. Schmidt it is.
Yes.
He wins his first round match. And throughout this, Zolnir and Bashko are still banging away down
in the golden score.
on
what
map
a
4.
beginning of the day.
But Zolnir has just won. Here, see, look, there it is. No chance of getting off it. Sleeves perfectly wrapped
because
up.
Got both
done.
sleeves this
Exactly.
time. That was the big difference.
There you go.
Yes.
Impossible for Brieri to have gotten off that. Well, we're having a look around the mats to see who's coming on next. That looks like Choknai, doesn't it? So we must be on mat 3. It is. Choknai Laszlo of Hungary. Well, he's up against Ahwad Naemi of Qatar. Let's have a look at this because we don't often get a chance to see the Qatari fighters. Let's give Naemi the spotlight at the World Championships. Why not? Choknai we see around the circuit on a regular basis, so he's no stranger to us.
And Qatar's here with 3 competitors, 2 men and also a woman.
Well, that's good. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What weight is the woman in? We haven't seen her yet, have we?
So
She may have already
48.
fought. Oh, so she's been on already. Okay.
Yes. Oh, already Mate. And this time they changed it from Vatsari to Ippon.
So Choknai finishes off
Yes.
in short time. Naemi was a little bit surprised at that, but he's on his way out. Yep. Nothing wrong with that. What's nice there is Choknai has learnt, he's adapted this technique, and at no point in that Kouichi Makikomi, at no point did he put his hand.
Yeah.
That hand was going on the ground, he left it out. He's saying, I'm not taking any chance. And it was a nice technique, but he didn't get his hands involved. Sergio Toma of Moldavia is on the mat now. This is in the under 81 kilo category. He's up against Kipyeo Sang of Kenya. All the fights today in the men's, for the men, are under 81. So I think we might be able to give that a rest today. Whoa! Over-rotated him. Jeffrey Zeman is coming up next
yeah.
on map 3. So I think we better hang around here for a bit. Ueno Yoshia is on map 2 shortly. And as Annette said, a lot of the big names stepping onto the tatami early.
And I can also see the name from Elizabeth Willeborzer at number 1 in 2 fights. So they are coming and start their competition. And also Claudia Malzahn from Germany is waiting on mat number 4 in 2 fights, after 2 fights.
Soma throws the Kenyan Sang for Ippon.
Sur le tapis 3, vainqueur Thomas, Moldavie.
Sur le tapis numéro 4, Aïbaïba, Turkménistan, Macao, États-Unis d'Amérique.
And now we are coming to women. Jeffrey Zeman is already ready, and there we're going to see the replay of this Ippon. Nice Uchimata.
We I saw Ewan Burton walking out of the arena. He's just beaten Islam Bozbayev of Kazakhstan. So it will be Burton to face Srđan Mivaljevic of Montenegro. It's not the first time that they fought at a World Championships. I think they fought in 2009 in Rotterdam. We'll go back and look at that result. Who's down on map number 4? It's Janine Nakayo of the United States of America. He's up against Gulnar Hayatbayeva of Turkmenistan. So there's Jevries Eman.
Waiting for her opponent.
Dimos Mem Nelum.
From Chad.
Yeah.
Maybe they are still looking in this huge warming up area. Ah, but I see her coming. She's coming now.
Some last minute instructions.
Yep.
I'm not sure what they could have been. Memnelum and Eman.
She didn't win a medal last year, Jeffrey Zeman, at the Worlds.
Janine Nakayo of the United States of America has won her first contest down on map 4, disposing of the athlete from Turkmenistan by Ippon.
The current world champion under 63 is on the mat, mat number 2, Ueno Yoshia.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the 2011 World Championship in Paris. But now, the first round for women under 63 kilo, mark 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Sur le tapis numéro 4, vainqueur Macao, États-Unis d'Amérique.
Schwarzenegger. Special, her main attack, main technique. And she tries to go for the Sankaku, and it seems that she really fixed her upper body. And is it already Osaikomi? Not yet. Now.
It is now.
Now.
The referee, Vostrikov, waited until Eman sat up and had complete control.
Yes.
unable to get out of there,
No.
I'm afraid. Eman pleases the crowd with a first round win. Let's see if we can go down to, well, they're going to show the replay here. So let's have a look at a bit of replay from from Eman, and then we'll see what's happening with Ueno on mat number 2. No, we're not going to get a chance to do that because Ueno's finished the job. So
Yes.
that one's done and dusted. I'm going to leave you for the time being with Annette Berm, and perhaps we can go down to mat number 4, because just starting there is the Italian Edvik Gwend, and she's up against Claudia Malzahn of Germany. And to bring you the commentary, it's Annette Berm and Loretta Cusack.
Thank you, Shannon, for the moment. And Loretta Cusack is coming in a few seconds, sitting next to me. And meanwhile, we're going to watch the fight between Claudia Malzahn from Germany in the white judogi against the Italian Edwidge Quent. And I saw Claudia this morning in the warm-up area. Good morning, Loretta.
Good morning, Annette. And yes, that warm-up area is getting very, very warm,
Yes.
to say the least. Especially when the bigger bodies are now warming up, ready to go. It's less room, more heat, and and a lot more dangerous, I can assure you. But already crowds livened up, and we've had some really good results so far, haven't we?
Yeah, that's right. And Claudia Malzahn wants to get another good result, her first fight today. And the Italian, she is not bad. She got a good body tension, strong girl.
She's a very, very strong athlete, and such... Whoa! Yes! Now, that doesn't surprise me. I was just about to say that this young lady I've seen many a time in training camps, and she is an amazing, hard-working athlete, young, and obviously I've just seen there against Claudia, she's so dangerous.
It was a tricky situation. There we see it again. Both attacked, and Claudia wants to go for the Tanya Toshi.
And look at the power.
Yes.
Oh, goodness me. So, a fantastic win there for Italy. And goodness me, that's a bit of a shake-up, isn't it, for Claudia?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Claudia is the type of judo player. She attacks all the time. She's getting better.
Stronger, and
in technical things.
Every tournament that I've seen her, she's become stronger and stronger. Last year, I actually rated her for an Olympic medal next year because of what I'd seen and the potential that she had. She was still raw, she was still quite young, but
the problem is that she can win by Ippon, but 1 second later she can also lose by Ippon.
And that's most probably the lack of experience.
I think her parents are here in the hall because tomorrow there's fighting her sister, Louise Malzahn. And now they are really, really sad. I will have a look later to her. But let's have a look now.
Yes.
We've got Faith Pittman from Great Britain fighting against the Mongolian, and it's Munksaya Sedefsuren in the blue judogi.
Now, the Mongolians have put out a very, very strong team, haven't they? Large team, but very strong. They're talented. So this won't be an easy match for Faye, and should be determined to get through the next round. It's a lovely attack there for Faye Pittman.
Yeah.
And but she's in a little bit of bother here. It's a bit worrying.
Yeah.
The referee still hadn't called mate, so...
Yes.
The Japanese delegation has got 5 gold medals. Uzbekistan, 1 gold medal. The host country prize got yesterday. The first medal for them in this competition, a bronze medal.
Again, another good attack, but not strong enough to finish there, and it puts herself in a very dangerous situation here. And she's got to be careful. She rotates. The referee calls mate, so obviously you feel like it was strong enough.
Mongolian left-sided player. Good body posture. Good grip now. But she's second.
That's it again. Problem with Faye is her posture against this Mongolian. She's very bent over, which is obviously creating a great opportunity for an over collar grip around the head, and she's got to be careful with that because that's what she favours the Mongolian.
Yes.
And she seems to be just giving it to her instead of keeping herself upright. She's got great ashiwazas, and she would move better being a better upright position.
That's right.
And that's how she actually scores when she's a lot more upright, but she tends to favour sometimes a defence of being bent over.
Yeah, that was a great attack.
It was
that
good,
a good
and
attack.
She's working very hard here and looking for the...
She got the collar, tried to turn her over.
Now, she's got to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Shouldn't really underestimate this Mongolian. She's strong, and she seems to be quite comfortable to work down there in Niwaza. So again, looking for the drops, needs to be a little bit more tidier. But she is putting the attacks in against the Mongolian Sevesaran.
Atención, hacemos el llamamiento para la ayudante española Yahaira Aguirre.
So again, opting for that bent over posture, which I always feels very, very dangerous.